Hey guys, welcome to episode 1 of Snes Life. Hope you're all well today. So this is going to take place of my channel updates. I wanted to try and come up with a name for these videos. So it is going to be Snes Life from now on. So these videos are just going to be me talking about what's happening at this moment in time in my life. So hopefully you'll find this interesting. So first off, I want to say a big thank you to everybody who watched my last video, which was the closing the door on retro game collecting video. A really amazing response to that. Thank you guys, I really appreciate it, and I especially want to thank everybody who left a comment as well. I had a lot of comments in that video and a lot of positivity came from it, which was fantastic. It really lifted me up, and something I really needed, so thank you very much. And a lot of good suggestions as well. People were trying to advise me in the right way, which was good. That was nice to see. And yeah, since I've made that video, I've had time to think about what I'm doing. Of course, I am still selling stuff. I've sold a few things already, a lot of it's gone. Still a few things to try and move that are on eBay and just not selling. It's a very slow process, unfortunately, but we'll get there. And yeah, I spoke to a couple of people afterwards, and they actually approached me without me even having to ask, and they said, like, are you sure you want to sell everything, Pete? Because the Super Nintendo in particular, or the Super Famicom, because I've got a Japanese one, is the console that you prefer, your favourite console of all time. So are you absolutely certain you want to get rid of that first of all? And I thought about it. I thought, you know what, that is a valid point. And so I thought, to be sensible about it, what I'm going to do, I'll list everything else for sale, put the SNES to one side, play the 5 or 6 games that I've got, and just enjoy them. And then if I feel like okay about it in a few months' time, and I feel like, yeah, I still want to keep it, I'll keep it. If I don't, I'll sell it. I'm just not in that collecting mindset anymore. That video was fantastic because it really helped me clear all of that out. And it felt good to get it off my chest and talk to you guys, and because I knew you'd understand more, as a lot of you are collectors. So yes, very good thing. So I've kept the Super Famicom. Everything else has been listed. I did pull the PlayStation 1 last night. I've sold a few of the PlayStation 1 games, but the console was getting no interest whatsoever. And it's probably the price, and that's fair enough, I understand that, but it is what it is. So I just thought last night, I was watching Retro Dave actually, he did a video where he's picking up his PlayStation 4 console, as well as some PS1 and PS2 games that he bought. So I just thought, you know what, I really love the PlayStation anyway, so sod it. If there's no one interested after 2 weeks, it's not selling or I'm not getting any offers on it, then I might as well just hold on to it and see where I go from there. If I want to sell it in the future, I can, no big deal. The Mega Drive I was going to hold on to, but then I thought, no, I'll just sell it. So I'm not having much luck selling things. I've got the Amiga for sale, that's not selling. I'm trying. I have had offers on that, but it hasn't been enough, so I'm still waiting to see what happens with that. Hopefully it will sell. The Amiibos are still up for sale. I've still got a few other games. I've got some Japanese Sega Saturn games, got the Famicom games for sale. So yeah, I've got a few things. If you're interested, just let me know, and I'll send you a link to my eBay channel, eBay store. Yeah. So I've put the Mega Drive on there. If the Mega Drive sells, great. If it doesn't, then fair enough. I mean, to be honest, I had it on for 3 weeks beforehand. Before I even made that last video, I had it up for sale for a week, and nobody was interested in it. I had people watching it, but no one made me an offer, no one bought it. So who knows? I mean, the Japanese Mega Drives are getting more difficult to find. There's a lot of Asian PAL ones, but not so many Japanese NTSC. So I don't know, who knows? But at the end of the day, you can't force people to buy things. So if I can't sell them, I can't sell them. There's nothing I can do about that, is there? It'd just make my life a lot easier if I could. But anyway, point being, if all goes to plan, they all sell. I'll hold on to the PlayStation and the Super Famicom, because those, when I think about it, are extremely nostalgic systems for me. And especially as a PlayStation, the chip console makes it even more nostalgic in a weird way. Even though I'm not playing pirate games on it, I'm playing legit games. But yeah, and they've got great libraries as well, there's plenty to play. So yeah, I feel so much better than I did when I made that video. As you could probably see in the video, I wasn't in a good place. And that's a combination of things. It's not just the retro collecting, but that was feeding my depression and all that, and my anxiety, so it didn't help. So I had to remove that from my life and feel better for it. I'm just gaming and playing games and enjoying them now. And yeah, if you do hear noise like that, I do apologise. My neighbour is currently building a new garage. He's renovating his old garage, and yeah, so he's doing a lot of work at night time, so you will hear the odd noise. So that's that, guys. That's what's happening. Still trying to sell some stuff. If you're interested, give me a shout. PM me, DM me on Twitter. Just contact me on Twitter. I don't know. Drop a message down below this video. Whatever you want to do, and we'll sort something out. I also got Dead or Alive Ultimate Special Collector's Edition for the original Xbox for sale. All the other Xbox games have been sold. Right. Okay. So next up is what is it happening to this room? Obviously, it was a game room. Not so much now. So I thought to myself, well, what am I going to do? You know, get rid of all the retro stuff. All those bookshelves are going to be empty. What am I going to put in there? And I thought, you know what? It makes more sense to make the most of this room and just make it an entertainment hub. So whenever I feel the need to play some games, watch some films, listen to music, I've got it all in one central place. I can just go up there like a little library of my own and just pick through and see what I want to, you know, play, listen to, or watch. So that's what I've done. So as you can see, the bookcases are now full and look a lot better than they have done for about a year and a half in my videos, because they looked barren before. But now I've got the one section to my right, be your left on the camera, I suppose. That bookcase has got all my films in there, so that's all my DVDs and my Blu-rays that I've collected over the years, TV shows and movies. I'm getting right to the bottom of that bookcase, so I will need a couple of shelves going forward, but that's cool. Next, we've got the gaming section, which hasn't got a lot in it at the moment, but it's got current gen Xbox One, PS4, last gen Wii and PS3, and then the remainder of my retro gaming, which is very minimal, to be honest. And then on the end, we've got my CD collection, which is all the albums and CD singles that I bought growing up. So yeah, very happy to have those there. I didn't realise until I put them in just how many CD singles I actually collected, because I used to go to there's a shop, if you live in Solihull or you live around Solihull in Birmingham, there used to be a store back in the 90s. It was in the town square where the fountain was, over in the corner, next to opposite BHS, I believe it was, that big store. It was called Music Junction. It's a little independent record store, and they used to sell CDs for like 50p. So we'd go in there with my mates, and we'd all just, you know, go through and just buy a stack of 50p CDs of artists we've never heard of. I had no idea who they were, and yeah, we just pick them at random and see what we got. And we usually got some good stuff. So I've got a lot of obscure shit in that collection that I thought, you look back now, you think, Christ, why did I buy that? There was a guy called Darkman back in the day, had a song called Yabba Dabba Doo. I remember picking it up for 50p. Actually wasn't that bad either. Got no idea if he's American or British or what happened to him, but yeah, that was an interesting one. So that's that. That's what I'm doing anyway. Just going to grab my water. So I'm going to leave this like that. I've got my vinyl as well. Obviously my vinyl's behind the camera there. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet in terms of storage. I probably will just leave it in here, to be honest. I was going to put it in, I've got the spare room, which I've mentioned many times before, that I was working on. Originally it was going to be for the Amiga. I was going to make it a computer room. Obviously that's going out the window because I'm trying to sell the Amiga, so I don't care about that anymore. Then I was going to make it a vinyl music room, which I thought would be a really cool idea. It's more of a storage closet at the moment, because it's just cupboard, not closet. It's just a place where I dump my vacuum and stuff. And long story short, I had to renovate the room because there was a cupboard over the stairs that was taking up most of the room in that little bedroom. So I just tore the cupboard out and put a 45-degree slope in there now and repainted it. And I've been doing that all week. I've been redecorating in there, having to rub the wall down and fix all the imperfections, fill the holes, paint it to see the imperfections, rub it down again, refill it. It's a nightmare, but it was worth it. It looks good now, I think, anyway. So you would have seen the cupboard in my old videos, actually, when I very first started back in 2009. So yeah, I've been doing that. And that's it really. Other than that, let's talk about what's been going on in my life, because after the last video I had a couple of people actually ask me if I could do life updates, which is what spurred me on to make this video. Because obviously, as I said in the previous video, I've been dealing with depression and anxiety and all of that horrible stuff. I'm not going to go into it and go deep into it because I'm no expert and I don't really like talking about it. It's a very negative subject. And obviously there are a lot of videos on YouTube with people who are much more qualified, a lot more intelligently are able to put it across in an intelligent manner. I don't know what I'm on about. But yeah, as you can probably see, I'm in a better mood. I'm a lot better than I was, and that's down to dumping the collecting and just focusing on just playing games and just doing other things and enjoying my life, which is helping. So I'm going to just basically let you know what I've been doing, because people want to know as well. I can't remember who it was now. It might have been my friend Ruby that asked about, just talking about how I'm actually dealing with the depression and anxiety angle and what I'm trying to do to make my life better. So what I've been doing recently is my one source of help that I've always had in my life has been music. Music is the most important thing to me above everything. And I always found growing up that whenever I have bad times, that I can put music on. It'll just, as a lot of people know, it heals your emotions. Music is great in that respect because there's so much of it and there's so many different types of music. There's always something for every emotion. So I've been listening to a lot of music lately, and I've been going back to because my CD's over there. I've been going back, playing a lot of those CDs. It's really good actually, because I've had all them CDs there. I might have been in the living room. I was in the living room. I never really went through my CDs that much. I never really listened to them that much. They were just there. Whereas now I'm coming up here, and because I've got that JVC stereo I bought a couple of months back for the game room, as it was, I'm using that, and it's brilliant. Like, I have a shower, come in here and select random music, put that on and listen to that. It's fantastic. The other night I was listening to Mystique, or I haven't listened to, I don't know, God, I don't even know when was that early 2000s, was it, I think. So I've not listened to them for over 10 years. It's actually pretty good, sounds alright. Been listening to a lot of 2 Unlimited. Growing up as a kid, I was a huge 2 Unlimited fan, and I've got all their albums on CD. I used to record all their music videos on VHS, which I still have. I've also got multiple Top of the Pops performances when they were #1 with No Limit. I'm absolutely huge fan of 2 Unlimited. I think they're fantastic, and they're still, well, up until recently they were trying to reform, and they did a I Love the 90s gig a couple of years back in I think it was in the Netherlands, where they come from. Unfortunately, Anita has now decided she doesn't want to continue, which is a real shame, because I was really hoping they were going to get a new album, mate. They did put a single out a couple of years back, which I've got, which is fantastic. Well, I put a couple of songs out, but only one of them on CD. Anyway, point is, I've listened to a lot of 2 Unlimited, which put me in a good mood. I was listening to a lot of 90s Euro dance, which I love, all that sort of stuff. So I've got 2 Unlimited's greatest hits in the car at the moment, because that's got Jump for Joy on it, which I absolutely love that track. So I've been playing that for weeks on end. It's fantastic. And more recently, in the last week or so, I've really got into country music, which is odd. I didn't think it would happen, but the last couple of years I've listened to country music on and off. Not really been a massive fan, but I like the odd artist here and there. But yeah, in the last week or so, I've really got into it. Previously, I was only really listening to Tim McGraw, the Pistolannis, and Casey Musgraves were the main ones I was listening to. But for some reason, I don't know what it was, something last week I just triggered me, and I was like, I'm going to have a look for some country artists, see if I can find somebody I like. Now, I usually listen to females, whatever type of music is, except for heavy metal and hip hop, because it's more of a male dominated genre for both of those. But generally, I prefer the sound of a female voice. And so country music, I always find male voices quite difficult to differentiate. I find a lot of them sound like Tim McGraw, so I don't know who the hell's who. But I'm getting better at noticing the differences in the voices now. But someone's put a country music 2016 playlist on eBay, that's clever, on YouTube, which I've been listening to a lot, playing it daily for like the last week and a half. I've put it on my channel as well. I've added it to my YouTube channel, so if you're at all interested in checking out modern country, I would highly recommend it, because it's mostly country rock and country pop, which is a lot easier to get into than traditional country like Dolly Parton and Loretta Lynn and that kind of country music, which I find quite, Dolly not so much, but some of the traditional, what you would think country music is, I find that quite hard to get into. But the country rock and country pop stuff's a lot easier. And so I've been listening to a lot of female artists, obviously, because that's what I prefer. So I found out that Casey Musgraves has a new album that I wasn't aware of, that came out last year, so that's on its way. I had to get that because I love her music, she's brilliant. I've been listening to as well Kelsey Ballerini. I love her, she's fantastic. She's got a song called Peter Pan, which is really good. There's a girl called Maren Morris, I'm not sure how you pronounce her name correctly. She's got a song called My Church, which is my absolute favourite song at the moment. I can't stop listening to it. It's fantastic. I listened to some of her live performances as well. I watched and listened on YouTube, and she's incredible. She's such a good artist, and I mean, it's under the country banner. I wouldn't have really called it as much country. It's a lot, I don't know, I'm not very good with genres and subgenres, but yeah, I would definitely check her out. She's absolutely fantastic. She's well worth it to check out. My Church, amazing song. Also 80s Mercedes is a really good one. I've also been listening to Tara Thompson as well, who is just brilliant. Someone Take Your Place, I believe, is the song called, the title of the song that she's got out, which I absolutely love. The video is brilliant, the song's fantastic, and she's got a really great personality. And she's got a few live performances on YouTube as well, where she's done other songs which are really good. So yeah, loving her. And the big one at the moment is Carrie Underwood, who I never thought I'd get into. I know that she comes from American Idol, and she's been around for years. And I'll be honest, a couple of years back when I started getting into country music, and I got into the Pistolannis, and I found that song Something Bad, where Miranda Lambert from the Pistolannis collaborated with Carrie Underwood, and I love that song. It's absolutely fantastic. But I listened to some of Carrie's songs at the time, I didn't like them, I thought they don't work for me. Maybe it was the Simon Cowell effect, I don't know. but it just, no, wasn't for me at all. But this new album, Storyteller, the songs she's doing off that are absolutely incredible. And to be honest, I found a couple of songs as well, older songs from different albums, that I do like now. The more I listen to her, the more I like her. Her voice is incredible, because it's got that country thing, but it's also got that sort of diva-ish power ballad, you know, high note, just everything mixed in, and her voice is just fantastic. So yeah, I'm becoming a big fan of Carrie Underwood. She's amazing. In terms of the blokes, well, there are a lot. I mean, a lot of them I can't remember the names, and some of them I can't even pronounce. So there you go. There's Chris Lane, who's got a song called Fix, which is more pop orientated. I really like that track. Great song. And there's Dustin Lynch, who's got a song called Mind Reader, which is really catchy. I do like that one. There's Florida Georgia Line. Really like them. They're two guys. The videos are a little bit cheesy, but I do like the music. I think the music's really cool. Who else was there? Was it Old Dominion? I think that's what they're called. They got a song called Snapback, which I really like, about a snapback baseball cap on a woman. That was really cool. There's another song, and I can't remember the name of the guy that made the song. It's called Hunting, Fishing, Loving Every Day. I love that record, man. It's super catchy, and it's just, you know, it's not relatable to me because it's not my lifestyle, but I love that song. It's fantastic. I'm just finding new artists all the time, and that's the problem with country music. I'm finding there are so many new artists coming out. There's another one called Mickey Guyton, who's a girl. She's got an amazing voice as well. Just every time I look, I've subscribed to the Grand Ole Opry YouTube channel as well, which is brilliant. By the way, I highly recommend doing that if you haven't. If you like live music, then definitely give it a try, because the live performances look and sound fantastic on there. So yeah, that's it really. That's the main things I've been doing. The only other thing I've done recently, which has really helped me loads in terms of relaxation and calming myself, has been ASMR. Now, if you don't know what ASMR is, from what my little understanding is, it's a feeling that people get from certain sounds. So it can be the sound of rain, it can be tapping, it can be crinkling, it can be softly spoken videos, it can be whispering. There's many different triggers, as they call them, for ASMR, but it's also very good for relaxation, which is what I'm using it for. And I'm using it every single night, and it's made a massive difference, because I was having a lot of trouble sleeping. Ever since I was diagnosed with depression, I found it quite difficult to sleep. I overthink a lot. I go to bed and my brain doesn't shut off, and I lie there for like an hour or two and I just can't get anywhere. And then other nights I'll go to sleep straight away, and then I'll wake up a couple of hours later, go back to sleep, wake up a couple of hours later, go back to sleep, wake up next morning. It's murder. And some nights I'm just up to like 4:30 in the morning, just wandering around, just don't know what to do with myself. Drives me crazy. But since I've been using ASMR regularly, I was using it about 2 years ago, I think it was, I started to use it, but just like a little bit here, a little bit there, wasn't regular. Now I'm using it every single night. Gotta be honest, it's brilliant. If you've never tried it, I highly recommend it. They do a lot of different types of videos. I personally like binaural whispering videos, where they have these microphones that have two microphones inside these machines, either side, and they're spaced out as the distance of your ears, so they can whisper in each ear. So when you have headphones on it, they actually whisper in each ear, and they can do different noises like tappings and crinklings, and hair brushing's a really good one because it sounds like rain. Yeah, there's some really, really soothing videos and some amazing people on there. They're called ASM artists. They do absolutely incredible work with their videos, and they're helping a lot of people, and I think it's fantastic. I would highly recommend trying it, guys. It might sound a bit weird, a bit new age, but trust me, if you've got anxiety, depression, you're just generally stressed out and you can't sleep, I highly recommend it. It's better than medication, let's put it that way, because medication is not a good idea. I know it helps some people, don't get me wrong, but you know, for me personally, I don't want to touch medication. I've got no interest in it. I don't see the benefits. But yes, that's what I've been doing, ASMR, and there are a lot of different artists, like females, like males. You really have to just find the ones that work for you. Me, for personally, it's female artists that I like because their voices soothe me more. I haven't watched any male ones because it just feels a bit weird for me personally to listen to men. I can't get down with that. So yeah, I've watched a lot of women, and there are two artists I want to just give a mention to, so you can check them out. My two favourites and my go-tos. If some of the people I'm subscribed to don't upload videos, I always go and watch these two channels because they'll just knock me out within about 5-10 minutes easy. And the first one is Fairy Shah ASMR, Charlotte, who lives over in San Francisco. Incredible. She does amazing videos. She does really good roleplay videos. Now, if you don't know what a roleplay is, there's many different ones. They do like healing videos where they'll treat you like a wounded warrior. Bit weird, I know. They do sleep clinic ones. So it's really strange. Like they'll talk to the camera as if they're talking to you and ask you questions, and assume that they've gotten the answer from you, so you sort of, it's weird, but it works. And Charlotte does really good role play videos. She's got one in particular I really like, which is one where it's supposed to be you've come home from hospital and she's taking care of you. I know it sounds pervy, but it's not. It's nothing to do. It's purely for relaxation. The way she does it is fantastic. She's incredibly sweet and very, very positive person, and she's got this massive smile. She's beautiful smile, and it's just she just put you in a good mood and totally chill you out. So I'd highly recommend checking out Charlotte's channel. The second channel is one I found recently, which is a girl over in Armenia, which I didn't know where Armenia was. Had to go and find out. Had to Google it. Apparently it's next to Turkey and Russia, which was good because I got to find a bit of information about the country, because the only thing I knew about Armenia was that members of System of a Down came from there. That's all I know. So, but yeah, she's called Miss ASMR, and she's amazing. She is really good at the binaural whispering videos, which are my favourite videos. She completely chills me out. I mean, it's ridiculous. I just find it hard to get through her videos. Same as Charlotte, really. I sometimes get halfway through a video and I'm out cold. They're incredible. I find that a lot of the time, I'll just be like, the way I do it at least, I turn the light off, go to bed as normal, pop on the headphones with my tablet, put the ASMR video on, and you can watch it, and the best way probably is to just lie back, leave the tablet or your phone or your laptop to one side, and just relax and just close your eyes and listen to what they're saying and let it go in. There's a lot of videos where they do positive affirmations, which are very good as well. So they'll tell you, positive things about your life, and how life isn't as bad as you actually think it is, and it does work really well, I find. Another thing I do as well is a very basic breathing technique, which helps a lot when you're trying to calm yourself down and relax, which is a lot of doctors and that will teach this as well. It's just you take a deep breath in and count to 4 as you're doing so, hold it for 4 seconds, and then exhale for 4 seconds. And I find if you combine that with ASMR, it really helps. It brings my heart rate right down, my body completely relaxes. I usually sleep fetus position, not anymore. I'm completely spread out now and I'm just totally chilled, and I find that I have the best night's sleep I've ever had. It's amazing. I literally, as soon as I go to sleep, I'm out cold, and then I wake up 8 hours later. It's fantastic. So I would highly recommend ASMR, guys. Trust me, I mean, I know it's all new age stuff and people feel a bit weird about watching these videos and don't want to do this, but what's the alternative really? I mean, shoving pills down your throat, that's not going to solve anything, is it really? So, I think at the end of the day, if you're stressed, you've got depression, you've got anxiety, whatever the situation may be, we all need to find a way to deal with that and to try and make our lives better. The only thing I will say is that there is light at the end of the tunnel. It always seems very dark and like you're never going to get better, but trust me, you do. I'm getting better. I'm making my way back to the world, hopefully. It's working. Well, no, not hopefully, I am. I'm feeling a shitload positive. A shitload positive, that's good English. A shitload more positive than I was, which is good. I mean, you're seeing how bad I was in the last video. So there you go. And yeah, I'll just finish the video by saying what I've been playing, and I've been playing Uncharted 4. So obviously a lot of people have been playing that. Just give you a quick thoughts on it, I suppose, because I'm I'm going to like it because I'm a massive Uncharted fan. Have been since the first game came out in 2007, was it? Yeah. Number 2 has always been my absolute favourite game. Number 4 is now my favourite. I didn't think it was possible to top number 2, but they have pretty much created a perfect game. There's still little niggles with the platforming that I found annoying. Like the way they do it now, you can't just keep tapping the jump button to jump from handhold to handhold. You sort of have to manipulate the stick so he reaches up and grabs onto one, then you can jump up, which my first playthrough felt really weird and jarring. Second playthrough, not so bad because I understood how to do it, that was fine. Some of the gunplay I had issues with, because when I play games I always take the aim assist off because I hate it. I just don't see the point in that. I want to play the game myself and control it myself. But with this game, if you take the aim assist off, I can't shoot anyone. The aiming is just so erratic and I can't hit anything. And so I put the aim assist on. No matter how many different attempts I tried, I think it's 1 to 10, and no matter what I put it on the scale, I still have difficulty. I sometimes get lucky with headshots and it's just luck that I don't feel like it's accurate. So I felt like that could do with some tweaking to make it a little tighter. But other than that, I mean, these are just niggly, picky things, because the game is incredible. The storyline is fantastic. I love it. I love the introduction of Sam. I think Sam's fantastic. Really well handled as well, because obviously we never knew that Nate had a brother. I'm not going to do too many spoilers here, but yeah, the way they handle that and the way they explain where Sam has been is fantastic. I really like the beginning of the game, very Last of Us-esque. when you play as young Nate at the beginning with young Sam. I absolutely love that. I thought it was an incredible intro, and quite a lengthy intro as well. Quite ballsy to do that, because you know I think a lot of people might play the game and be like, oh, this is really slow, and I have seen people say that. I didn't feel that. I thought it was really well done. It was fantastic, really great lead into the story. The gameplay, as I say, is fantastic except for little tiny niggles. The action set pieces are just ridiculous. You don't get a lot in this game. It's more about the story and the exploration and the adventure and the platforming than it is about the gunplay. But when you do get those moments, it makes them so much better, because it isn't constant gunplay like the other 3 games. And I absolutely adored this game. It was just incredible. It really was. Even the boss fight at the end was well handled. It was superb. So yeah, all the new characters were brilliant. I love the environment. I love the action. The action set piece right at the end in the boatyard. It's no spoiler that you're in a boatyard, but that was just unbelievable. That was my favourite moment for the action of the whole game. It's just superb. Uncharted 4 is fantastic. Easily a system seller. If you haven't bought a PS4 yet, you're not sure about getting on to the next gen, I would highly recommend it. If you can, get a PS4 and play it, because it's just amazing. But of course, play the first 3 games before you play number 4, if you're interested in story at all. That's it then, guys. So this has been episode 1 of Snes Life. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for all the support recently, and I'll see you in the next video.